Welcome to Mainland, your local regional television station. I'm Graham O'Brien, and some of the stories coming up in today's news. Elderly Golden Bay man's house subsides, police remember those lost during duty, and more. The annual Police Remembrance Day service has a new look this year with the inclusion of the names of 38 employees who have died as a result of their duty since the New Zealand Police was established in 1886. I went down to the Nelson Police Station service where I caught up with Senior Sergeant John Price. Senior Sergeant John Price, thanks for spending a couple of minutes to talk with us. Can you tell us, from the police point of view, why is today so important for you?
Well, it's an opportunity for us and throughout the South Pacific and Australia for police people and the community to remember police members who have given their life in the service of their country and their communities, and also our brother officers who have passed away over the last year. And I think it's important to remember, and I think it's important to recognise the service that those people have given.
Totally. I mean, it's only 2 weeks ago that two of your officers saved a man from a burning house here in Nelson.
Yeah, that's correct, and that was done safely, and we're certainly very pleased about that.
Thanks very much for all the work you do keeping us safe.
Thank you.
Elderly Golden Bay pensioner Reg Cooper has been seeking accountability for the situation he unwittingly has found himself in. 20 years after a dodgy Collingwood builder and some less than appropriate earthworks were all signed off by council, and have now left him living in a house which, among other problems, has started to subside. Chrissy Small caught up with 91-year-old Reg at his home to see how he was getting on.
I'm here with Reg Cooper. We're in a beautiful area of Golden Bay. Now, Reg, you've got views that go across to Pahara here.
It's magnificent. Beautiful, beautiful view. You know, it's really a bit of paradise. It's fantastic.
It is. Now, look, you've been here for what, 20 years?
Just over 20 years. I came here in 1993, 94 when the house was built.
Right, so you've had the house built.
In 1994, it finished, yeah.
Right. Okay, who built it?
It was built by Versatile Homes, but the local builder actually did the work.
Was he a master builder?
No, I don't think so. No, he wasn't a master builder at all.
But
no.
he was selling his services as a proper bona fide builder.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I mean, he's supposed to be a builder as far as I was concerned, you know, and that was it. I mean, I engaged him because through Versatile Homes, I engaged him to fix the house.
So he was the builder for Versatile at the time.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Versatile was called Profile Homes in those days, but it's the same firm. Yeah.
Okay, so then of course, as we all know, the local council has a building inspector. He signs off everything as it goes. Was this all signed off?
Oh, it was all signed off, and I signed it off too as well. So there was, issue a compliance certificate, which seems to be, I never received a compliance certificate, but they issued 2 further compliance certificates for extensions onto the house, so obviously the compliance certificate should have been there somewhere, but they've all been taken off now because we now have a determination from the Building and Housing Authority, and this is forcing the council now to take them all off. And
so in a sense they're admitting their mistakes, but they're...
Oh yes, but the trouble is they're trying to get out of it again. They tried to get me now. It's a bit of a game they play. I'm now trying to get me to sign what they call a certificate of acceptance, and the certificate of acceptance is accepting liability for what they've done.
Oh dear.
And I won't sign it, of course.
That's a no-win situation for you.
It's been a no-win situation. They lie all the time, of course, and they won't accept their responsibility, which is to do the site work and fix the house, full stop.
Now, when did you first find out that you had problems with the house?
Well, it was probably about 18 months after it was built, and I had written to them to the Versatile regarding the cladding hadn't been put on quite right, but it wasn't that. When my partner got a bit fed up, because I had a partner in those days, she said she'd had enough, and so she left. And of course I had to then see a lawyer, and he suggested that I get it valued, the place valued. It was then when I got the chap down to value it that he said, the roof doesn't comply. Then he suggested I get in somebody else, and I had to get in a civil engineer and geotechnical engineers, and they all looked at it and said, the foundations don't comply, the site work doesn't comply, nothing complies. So, I sent all this to the council, and they said, the house is only fit for salvage.
So they took no responsibility for the fact that their building inspector had cited everything as it was being done,
Yeah.
signed off on it,
Yeah.
and now they want you to take full
That's
responsibility.
right. They've been trying to get me for 20 years. So the word is entrapment. They tried to get me to sign a legal document earlier on, which I refused. They now want me to try and sign this so-called certificate of acceptance, which I've refused, of course. All these things are to get me to take liability off of them.
Now, Reg, when you started this house, you were what, around 70?
69.
69. So you wanted to retire in peace.
Well, I'd love to have retired, but unfortunately this has been a battle. It's not the stress factor, to be honest with you, has been absolutely incredible.
How's your health been?
Well, I've had cancer, of course, earlier on over this. And I'm sure the major contributing factor was the stress. And then I had a major operation for cancer and chemotherapy for quite a few months. And then 3 years later, I had a heart attack and I had to go and have a triple bypass. And just recently now, about a month ago, I had another heart attack, but it's all the stress that has been pushed onto me. This is no game, this is something that I don't want.
Have Versatile accepted any liability or responsibility?
Initially they said that because I had a contract which stated that anything wrong with the house they were fixed free of charge, and I had a contract with them. But over the years they said they would do it, but they've suddenly reneged and gone with the council, and now they have sort of disappeared out of it altogether.
What about the builder who did this initial building?
He's retired now. He hasn't done anything at all, of course. He lives in Collingwood.
Right.
So, but it's all to do with the council. I mean, the council are responsible for the whole lot. All they have to do is to fix the site work. And of course, if they fix the site work, then they're responsible for the house. They have to demolish it or whatever, because you can't dig the site work up and the foundations without getting rid of the house. And you can't lift it because we've had people over here just say, well, can we move the house? And they've refused because it's so badly built. If they tried to lift it, it would probably collapse. They won't take responsibility.
So basically you're living in a worthless, dangerous building.
Well, I wouldn't, because I don't really know the situation. It's not rated now, of course. There's no rates on it at all. I assume that it's got Staphylococcus. This is one of the problems, this fungus that comes through the roof. And it's now starting to show itself on the wall. And of course this is quite a dangerous fungus. And,
so you're living in this condition,
yeah.
And you've got no choice because are you a rich man, Reg?
No, they've taken all my money, most of it, I've got some back in the bank now, saving as much as I can. But over the years it's cost me a fortune. I mean, lawyer after lawyer, and I'm not very happy with the legal profession, to be perfectly frank with you. There is something else which I think you should know, that some years ago I ran out of money talking about being rich, and I had to go and get legal aid. And after 2 years of this legal aid backwards and forwards with the lawyer, I was told that I had to sign this agreement. They said, you can't go to court, you have to sign an agreement. And when I didn't realise what the agreement was, I'd never even seen it. When they presented it to me and when I read it, I thought, God, I can't accept this. This is a joke. What they wanted to do was they put a lien on the property.
Right, okay.
So the government now have control my property. So because I can't sell it without paying back this so-called mortgage or lien. And I've
So
no
you
intention.
can't afford to leave, you can't
No.
afford to rebuild,
No.
you can't afford to do anything. So you consequently are living in a sick house.
Yeah.
And no one's helping you. Is
No.
that what's going on?
But that's right. That's spot on there. It's the council's responsibility to do this, and they've been duck shoving for the last 20 years. They should be ashamed of themselves, frankly.
So this is a warning to everybody to make sure that, well, what can you do? You think you're employing someone who's a bona fide builder,
Well, that's right.
and you think you're protected by council who's sending their men in to oversee it and sign off on it, and basically it's it's not worth the paper it's written
No,
on.
I mean the trouble is, there are people out there who think, oh, I'm just on my own. But I would tell people to be very, very careful. If it's happened to me, it can happen to anybody else out there.
It could be happening to them right now, and
That's
they don't
right,
know
they
it.
wouldn't know it.
If you hadn't had that man go up into your roof,
That's right. If my partner hadn't left the family home and everything had been different, I would never have known. Never have known. It's only the fact that when she left the home, I had to get it valued, and once the guy came in to value it, that was it.
So, Reg, where do things stand right now? Is there any action by council to help you?
Oh, the council have done nothing at all. What the council have tried to do is get me to sign the certificate of acceptance, and they've even been offered to bodge up the house. Don't touch the foundations. They've written and said, they'll look at the foundations in 10 years' time. I've got it all in writing.
And you'll be what age by then?
About 102. 101.
We have invited Dennis Bush-King from Tasman District Council to speak with us, but as yet we are still awaiting a response. Mainland TV's Ethan Williams went down to see the action taking place in the 10-pin bowling at this week's 2015 Masters Games, which took off with a fine weather turnout for the opening weekend sports, which included archery and track and field events among the many. These games are open to anyone 30 years old and over, and are not only a great opportunity to get out and get active, but offer a place to meet new people, making it a fantastic social event. Nelson's Farmers Market is cranked up a notch with their 10-year anniversary and lots of activities for the kids over these school holidays. I spoke to organiser Ami about what's on the market menu these holidays. Ami, thanks for coming and talking to us. Big month for the Farmers Market. You've got your 10-year anniversary. You've got stuff for the kids happening. I see all that. Can you tell us a little bit about where the Farmers Markets come from, what's going on for the anniversary and what's on for the kids?
Yeah, sure. So the Farmers Market started 10 years ago. It started down at Founders Park. I think it was on a Friday to begin with, and then after 4 years they moved to what was Fashion Island and is now Morrison Square. And yeah, it's a co-op, so the stallholders run it. They get on the committee and they make the decisions for the market, and it's according to how they want to run it. So it's cool.
And have you been on there for the whole 10 years?
No, I've been there for 3.5 years or something now, so it's getting on a bit, but yeah.
Oh, it's pretty popular. You're doing a good job. They've got to be happy.
Yeah, I love working down there. They're great people, and every Wednesday is different, and it's amazing.
And tell us about your big birthday plans first.
Yeah, so we've got a month-long celebration happening throughout October and the 2 weeks of the school holidays. So starting tomorrow, on the 30th of September, we've got a pasta making workshop with the Italian Kitchen with Vinny. And if you haven't been to one of his pasta making workshops, he's amazing, and he's so good with children, and and they love him. So we've had him a few times now, and we'll probably have him a few times more, but he's wonderful, and he makes it really exciting.
So you're saying bring your kids down and you get a free pasta making workshop so you can feed the kids all in one go?
Totally, or they can feed you. And he'll teach you how to make some pasta, and they get to choose between spaghetti or fettuccine, and they bring a container and they can take a little bit home for dinner that night. And so that's at 2:00 tomorrow. We've also got Flossie the Balloon Lady there, and we've got a duo from Mainland College, so we like to support local musicians and things at the market. And so we've got, I think it's Nio and Hannah have come over from Mainland College, and they've got great reviews, so we're looking forward to hearing them play as well.
And is Flossie the Balloon Lady and the singers all kicking off at 2:00, or are they there before?
No, they're before. They'll be there from, I think Flossie's coming at 10:30, and then we've got the musicians at 11, and there'll be stuff going throughout the day. The next week, we've got on the 7th of October, we've got a free treasure hunt going through the market. So this is where the kids come to the info tent and they get a questionnaire, and they have to go around the stallholders, and they have to talk to the stallholders, and they have to find different things. So they're learning about their fruits and vegetables, and they're getting to meet the guys that grow it, and it's a little bit of education, but they enjoy it. And then they come back and they get a little prize at the end of it, which don't tell the kids, but Sarah did seeds. And so we've got piles of goodies for them to take home, and there's another activity for them to do the next.
It's fantastic. They're meeting the local suppliers of food, they're learning something, and they're having fun. Who could ask for more?
It keeps them entertained, and it's all about. I always think that farmers markets are about including the community and their food processes and making it accessible and local, obviously, as well. And educating people about where their food comes from and how it's grown and how much effort has gone into that bean that that you're eating and all the rest of it. So it's really cool.
Thanks, Naomi. Thanks very much for that, and we'll get the kids on down there. I mean, everyone knows school holidays is a nightmare for a lot of parents, so sending them down there will be another day ticked off.
Yeah. We've also, on the 7th, we've got Roger Sanders coming down. He's going to do some music with the kids. And we've got Flossie again that day, and we've got some more musicians as well. And throughout October, we've also got a raffle running. So for everybody that purchases anything over the month of October, we have you go in the draw to win a bag of goodies from the farmers market that week. So we've got 3 raffle draws of goodie bags over the month of October, and then on the last week, on the 28th of October, all of those tickets go back into a final draw, or 3 final draws for some market vouchers, and we get the big slice of cake as well on that day. And Mike Ward is going to draw those things out for us, so it'll be good to have him down there. And
I thought birthdays, you were supposed to be getting the presents, but you're giving them all away, it seems.
Yeah, well, it's community, isn't it? So it's good to share around.
Thanks very much for your efforts, and we'll see you down there.
Yeah, I look forward to it. See you there.
This week in Nelson's NMIT, Professor Tord Kallstrom, who is a Director of Medicine and has a mechanical engineering degree from Stockholm in Sweden, is giving a talk on the effects of climate change. Dr. Kallstrom's background includes having worked as a Director of the Office of Global and Integrated Environmental Health at the World Health Organization from 1994 to 1997. Tuesday evening this week, he is presenting global research aimed at reducing the effects of climate change, particularly on poor working people in tropical countries, by improving the knowledge about the likely health and economic effects of increasing heat around the world. People are invited to hear him as he examines the latest research on the physiological limits of the human body in coping with high heat exposure and heat stress, and the implications of climate change trends of extreme heat that have only recently been analysed. His talk is at NMIT in room A211 at 7:30 p.m. After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region.
Welcome to Smugglers Pub and Cafe, open 7 days a week with free parking all day. Our lunch menus have that old-fashioned flavour where we treat you like treasure with the food you'll savour.
We cater for children, grannies and granddads too, with special rates and privileges given to the elderly lunchtime crew. Our staff are friendly and kind and want to see you all come back time after time.
Daytime or evening, it doesn't matter. Give us a call on 546 4084 and we'll be happy to spoil ya.
I'm Francis from Nelson Auto Glass. We repair all auto glass, stone chips, windscreen replacements, scratch removal.
If you have an auto glass issue, our team will sort it.
Nelson Auto Glass Specialist, 84 Vanguard Street, Nelson.
Hi everyone, I'm Malcolm Harris from The Facilitators. We now look after sales for Mainland TV, radio, Sky and online. New Zealand On Air's latest Colmar Brunton survey confirms Mainland's large multimedia audience. If you're in business or want to put a message out to everyone in the Nelson Tasman region, plus nationwide on Sky or worldwide online, please give me a call or see our website at www.mainlandtv.nz.
We're the team at JCar, right here in Nelson, 120 Hardy Street. Our shop is full of electronic items,
including security alarm systems, electronic components,
solar and power,
electronics toys,
sound systems, cables and much, much more.
JCar.
120 Hardy Street, Nelson.
World War I was a defining period in our history, impacting greatly on the lives of people from the Nelson province. Memories of the First World War is an exhibition which will be displayed in a number of regional venues and is currently on at the Nelson Provincial Museum.
Sit and Be Fit is on at the Victory Community Centre Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. at the Victory Community Church, 238 Upper Vanguard Street. School terms only. Fun while you get fitter, work at your level.
Victory 60 Plus is on Tuesdays at 1:30 through to 3:30 p.m. at 238 Upper Vanguard Street. You can join in for cards, games and a cuppa.
On behalf of the team here at Mainland Television News, thank you for joining us, and we'll bring you the latest news and events from around the region again tomorrow.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
Are you tired of endless reality shows? Would you prefer to watch captivating documentaries?
They have swallowed cars.
Exciting movies.
Go ahead, load up and shoot.
Music for the soul.
How do you think I ate your fish and chips? I did, you're mistaken.
Programming from around the world. Places to visit. Local news and views.
I'm Graham O'Brien, and today's bulletin. Do you want to change the flag?
No, I don't want to change the flag.
Stay tuned to Mainland TV, your local station.
This is a beautiful 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home. It's a large internal access double garage. It fits 2 cars nicely with a little workshop bench at the end of it. In this room we have 2 large lazy boys, a 3-seater and a 2-seater leather lounge suite, 50-inch Samsung TV and a heat pump. Features are a cathedral ceiling and of course that beautiful view.
For relatively little cost, you too can sell your house. Do it yourself. You're the best person to promote and sell your own house. Your personal endorsement is the best selling proposition. Put yourself on screen and sell it. You know the attractions of your house. You know it better than anybody else. So, get up there and tell us all about it. Sell it.
Upstairs we have 3 bedrooms. One of these has a full ensuite, that's the master bedroom, with large bifold doors. Now out these bifold doors you get to a wraparound deck area that faces northwest, and this is lovely in the morning for sitting and having your coffee.
Hawk Films is now producing for you an advertising package and a broadcasting service at a price far lower than you would expect. We will produce your advertising video and feature it across TV, radio and electronic media. Your message will be up to 3 minutes long and it'll be broadcast 5 times a day on radio and TV. 5 times a day. and it will be listed online all day, every day, for exposure to your potential buyers. You can also use the ad and the photos to promote your house on radio, TV, Trade Me and other real estate sites. We can also offer drone aerial shots for a totally different viewpoint from the one you would normally see. Selling your house is up to you and your solicitor. We're here to merely add value to your advertising strategy. Give me a call and let's get your property on the market. Or better still, email or text me and I'll call you back.
I'm Francis from Nelson Auto Glass. We repair all auto glass, stone chips, windscreen replacements, scratch removal.
If you have an auto glass issue, our team will sort it.
Nelson Auto Glass Specialist, 84 Vanguard Street, Nelson.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Here at Yes Shop, we love the word yes.
Yes.
We say yes to kitchenware. We say yes to beauty. We say yes to homewares. We say yes to fashion. We say yes to electronics.
Yes to Philips. Yes to Dell. Yes to Apple.
Happy Cool, Glad, Goldair, Huron and thousands of other products in our store.
Yes!
So yes to TV shopping that's all about fun, made right here in New Zealand with Kiwi presenters like me.
Yes! Say yes to the ultimate service.
With dedicated presenters taking the product out of the box and showing you how it works.
And what it can do for you.
Say yes to our international buying power. That lets us bring you the best bundles at the best bargains.
All from the comfort of your own home.
24 hours a day.
So what are you waiting for?
There's nothing quite like it.
Come with me.
Say yes to Yes Shop.
Yes!
Edward Gibbon, the bathroom specialists, have a great range of bathroom ideas at their showroom at 23 McGlashan Ave in Richmond. Call in and check out some of the latest bathroom designs and fittings. Edward Gibbon, the bathroom plumbing and drainage supply specialists, 23 McGlashan Ave, Richmond.
Welcome me hearties to Smuggler's Pub and Cafe, famous for hearty meals, craft ales and a friendly service way. Sensational seasonal menus with meals all day and evening too, or sail in for a snack with special menus for young smugglers and you. Settle in for a jolly old time, relax and enjoy our award-winning dining and lovely fine wine. Decked out in an old worldly way, we're open 7 days. Book or come on in to 8 Muritai Street, not far from a beach walk or swim. Phone 546408.
Waimea Telecommunications, specialising in free-to-air digital television, internet broadband connections, telephone and telecommunications systems. Call Julian Toon at Waimea Telecommunications on 544-4203.
Why would you want to pay as much as $1,000 for a single bed mattress when you can buy a high quality locally made mattress like this for as little as $220? And a queen size mattress could cost you in excess of $3,000, but at Nelson Beds you could have a mattress like this as low as $425. So why would you go out and spend a fortune on your child's bedroom when you can come to Nelson Beds and buy a complete single mattress and base set, a 7-drawer Scotch chest, a headboard and a 3-drawer bedside cabinet for as little as $979? So call and discuss our custom manufacturing options and local after sales service at Nelson Beds, Nelson's only bedding manufacturer.
Are you looking for a scooter, walker, wheelchair, baby seats or pushchairs? Then come in and see the Nelson Region Specialist at Mobility for You, 269 Queen Street, Richmond, opposite the library. We have a huge selection of scooters, walkers, wheelchairs and accessories, along with a free booklet guide. We also provide a breakdown service if you ever get a puncture or a flat battery. We have fully equipped service vans to rescue you. Hi, I'm Robin Jordan and I invite you to call in and see the friendly team at Mobility for You, 269 Queen Street, Richmond, opposite the library.
We're the team at JCar, right here in Nelson, 120 Hardy Street. Our shop is full of electronic items,
including security alarm systems, electronic components,
solar and power,
electronics toys,
sound systems, cables and much, much more. Jacob.
120 Hardy Street, Nelson.
Welcome me hearties to Smuggler's Pub and Cafe, famous for hearty meals, craft ales and a friendly service way. Sensational seasonal menus with meals all day and evening too, or sail in for a snack with special menus for young smugglers and you. Settle in for a jolly old time, relax and enjoy our award-winning dining and lovely fine wine. Decked out in an old worldly way, we're open 7 days. Book or come on in to 8 Muritai Street, not far from a beach, walk or swim. Phone 5464 084.